What's going on, Wolf Squad fam? YouTube. The Clash of Clans part of my community. How's everyone's week going so far? We have a Clash of Clans update to talk about. Now, for those of you guys wondering, I did just wake up like an hour ago. I pretty much slept all day. And I was going to record this video earlier in the day, but I pretty much slept all day. And so, since we did, we're starting this video off late at night. It's not really late at night. It's like 10 o'clock right now when I'm recording this. But you guys can see it on screen. We are playing Clash of Clans. But not only that, but I have been loving Super Yetis lately. I know I made a video on them like a few weeks to about a month ago when I was on my Th17 account, the Th17. Super Yeti are way more broken than I thought they were. I've been using them a lot on my main account, and I mean a lot. I did a stream 2 days ago, and I pretty much grinded this account from empty storages to where you see the storage is at now, almost full. So we're going to be filling up the gold storages the rest of the way, as well as the elixir storage. We're going to be filling all of the storage up the rest of the way. And I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing with my Super Yeti lately, because I've made a few adjustments. Shout out to Hunter, by the way. One of the newer followers of my Twitch channel. Popped in the chat 2 days ago when I last streamed and gave me some tips of what equipment I should use and what he gave me some tips of what I should use as far as equipment goes and all that stuff. And I changed up the siege machine that I'm using. Before I was using the siege barracks, now I'm using the log launcher, and I found out that it was actually easier to use the log launcher to break into the walls rather than relying on the Super Yeti. Also, excuse the voice crack, guys. Like I said, I did just stream 2 days ago, so my voice is still recovering from that. And also, seasonal allergies. The season is just about to change. And if you guys remember, you guys will remember me saying that before the season changes, like I want to say a good couple weeks before the season changes, that's when my allergies act up the most. So my nose will be congested most of the time. It's not really congested right now because I did just take a Sudafed pulp for it, but you can really start to notice because I will be stuttering and my voice will be cracking a lot more often. So it is currently almost spring. I think today is like March 1st, March 2nd or something like that. So with the season being close to changing to spring, like I said, this is when my seasonal allergies act up the most. And you can see it through my voice cracks and how often I'm stuttering. Because my voice cracks and with my seasonal allergies affect the way that I talk to you guys, the way that I, speak, the way I talk to you guys. The more my allergies act up, the more I'm prone to stuttering and stuff, if that makes any sense. So, which is also another reason why I don't really bring a lot of energy to my videos. I wish I could. Like, I would if I could. But some days I do try to bring a lot more energy. Other days most of the time it's just going to be like this, okay? Most of the time it's going to be like this. I wish I could bring more energy to my videos and streams, but because of my seasonal allergies, I can't. So, we're not going to waste too much time with the intro, guys. I don't have a lot of time to film because I do want to get on my I do have my Xbox on my other monitor over here. If you guys have seen my latest room tour, I don't know if I want to call it a room tour, but more of a game setup tour, if that makes any sense. If you guys saw the last time I showed you guys my stream and gaming setup, you guys will know that I have a double monitor setup now. I have you guys on this monitor where I can like see the chat and whatnot, all the stuff on my laptop. And then I have my monitor over here that I have my Xbox hooked up to, that I play my Xbox games on and whatnot. So, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time to film because I do want to try to make this short. And I do want to hop on a game on my Xbox a little bit later after I get done recording. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead, get our storages filled up, and see what upgrades we can get accomplished here. I'll see you guys in the first raid. Alright guys, so this base isn't necessarily a base that I want to hit, but it has a lot of loot. And you guys know me well enough to know that when I find loot like this, you just can't say no to that. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to funnel the outsides with our heroes here. We're going to put the queen on the left, king on the right. Now, we don't have maxed out heroes and equipment right now, but I think I have some hero potions that I can use for the next raid. We're going to go ahead and activate the Royal Champion ability early. That way we can get the sides funneled out. We're going to throw down the log launcher. I don't think we will need it. But for this section of the wall right there in the middle there, right behind that expo, we're going to need it. So we're going to go ahead, throw down our Super Yeti behind the log launcher here. I was hoping for the log launcher to break through those walls. At least they're weak, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw down a clone right there. Another clone spell. Activate the, I was going to say, Grand Warden ability early, but thanks to the flippin' Seeking Air Mines, that's not going to happen now. So as you guys can see, it's definitely better to have the Grand Warden on ground. It's better to have him set to ground than air. Because the Heroic Torch, voice crack, see what I mean? The Heroic Torch is not going to protect you from Seeking Air Mines. We got the 1-star, so we didn't fail the raid. But we could have totally 3-starred this had we had our Grand Warden set to ground. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing with the Super Yeti, is just have him set to ground rather than air. So we're going to flip him over to ground. And then what we're going to do we have any? No, we don't. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. And it's going to be 150 gems for a hero potion from... It's going to be 150 raid medals to get them from the trader. And we can't use any gems to get one either. Okay. So, Unfortunately, we won't be able to use the hero potion to upgrade our heroes to, well, not necessarily upgrade, but you guys know what I mean. We won't be able to have max heroes for the video. So, what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to really farm up our heroes for quite some time. We're going to have to really... This just came to mind. This literally just came to me. With the new update, Supercell introduced 5v5 wars for CWL. And I think this is going to help us out big time. And the reason why I say it's going to help us out big time is because my clan isn't really active. Yes, we have 40 people in here. As you guys can see, we have like 41 people in here, but the majority of the people in my clan is either my accounts or my buddy Ninja's accounts. Shout out to Ninja, by the way. It's either my accounts or his accounts. And the other people that are in here, some of them, a few of them are from Ninja's clan. Like Dan there, he's from there. I think Pretty Peyote, I think that's how you pronounce that. He's from Ninja's clan. Iron Man Pig, I think he's from Ninja's clan as well. And then we have a few of Ninja's friends in here as well. So, not many people other than my own accounts and Ninja's own accounts. The rest are pretty much inactive, and I'll show you. Let's go to last active, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there you have it. Hopper hasn't been active lately. You know, life gets in the way sometimes. Flores, my buddy Wyatt's accounts, Dubrow, shout out. His accounts, Bakul, he's been in the clan for quite some time. I've had to kick him out a few times due to inactivity. And it looks like I might have to do it again, because he's been inactive for a month. Over a month. I don't want to have to do it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, most of the other people in my clan are pretty much inactive. I'm going to go ahead actually do the notice board. Get that published real quick. And then what I'm going to do is, since I don't have a lot of raid medals, I'm going to go ahead and donate to myself. I have my iPad down here, and I'm on my Forge account to donate to myself, so that way I don't have to spend raid medals to do so, since I don't have a whole lot of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my CC, and I will see you guys in the next raid. Oh my goodness, guys, another base that's worth almost 2 million golden elixir. It's a Th17 that's right around where I am, as far as, you know, the levels of defenses go, the walls. I'm right around this area. So this should be pretty even. This should be a pretty even matchup here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I did before. Let's actually throw the queen in on the left side. Royal champion on the right. Let's get an early RC ability. Royal champion will take care of the scatter shot. And the defense is on that side. The queen is going to get wrecked. Let's throw down the log launcher right there. See if there's any air traps in the vicinity. No. Not that's going to matter, because my Warden is set to ground. Throw down the king behind the log launcher. And then the Warden and Super Yeti. The log launcher is going to bite the dust, unfortunately. But that's why we have the king ability. And the earthquake boots. Forgot what they were for a quick second. But you guys see how powerful Super Yeti really are when you have the right stuff for them? They are so broken. It's not even funny. Now, had I had stronger heroes and stronger equipment, like the healer puppet needs to get stronger to keep the queen alive, my pets need to be stronger, I would have 3-starred this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, I still can. Potentially, but yeah, there's too many defenses over here. The monolith is still alive and kicking. We got the majority of the loot, though, which is what we came here for in the first place. But had I had a hero potion to upgrade my heroes, I keep saying upgrade. Had I had a hero potion to put my heroes to max level, this would have been an easy 3-star. I kid you guys not. This would have been easy 3-star. With the loot bonus, that's going to push us over 2 million golden elixir and at least 14,000 dark elixir. That's not bad, y'all. That's not bad. And then, like I said, the season pass has been revamped, and that is going to help us out big time, especially for us free-to-play players. Because not only do they still have really good rewards for the gold pass, but the free-to-play players also get some cool rewards, you know, the chests, and we get some loot, some potions, like the pet potion and or resource potion. We get some capital gold, which will majorly help out in clan capital. And then at the end, just like the gold pass, the silver pass, I think that's what it's called. The silver pass will also have a book. It's going to be a different book than each other, but it's a book nonetheless. And in the old game, the old pass, the old season pass, you could only get books and hammers. You could only get that stuff in the gold pass. But now it's available for the silver pass for the free-to-play players. Supercell, once again, you've outdone yourselves with this one. But not just that. Not just the season pass. Like I said, in CWL, they introduced 5v5 wars. And I forgot to mention how exactly this is going to help us out. This is going to help us out because, like I said, the majority of, free-to-play players have clans like mine where we are really inactive. And for clans that are like super inactive, they can now compete in CWL and still get medals. You don't have to feel left out anymore because of CWL having only 15v15 and 30v30. Now there's 5v5, and now everybody can be included. The only ones that can't be included are clans that have fewer than 5 people in their clan, which is a small percentage of Clash players nowadays. That doesn't mean they don't exist, because they do. But it's a very small percentage, a very small portion of the Clash community. So the 5v5 wars in CWL is really, really going to help us out big time. And it's not just going to help out with progression. I feel like the 5v5 wars are really going to help us smaller clans out into pushing into bigger leagues. It's going to help us out in pushing into bigger leagues. Gold, Crystal, Master. We're going to be pushing and pushing and pushing into higher leagues. Because if I did my math correctly, if I did my research correctly, the 5v5 clan wars in CWL is going to help us push into higher leagues, because whatever league we were in 15v15 and 30v30, I am pretty sure we are going to be staying in the same league. It's all going to be under one league, whichever league our clans happen to be in at the time, if that makes any sense. So if we're really struggling to like push into the higher leagues in CWL, it's the 5v5 wars are really going to help us to push and push and push into the higher leagues. Once again, Supercell, you have outdone yourselves. So be expecting a lot more 5v5 CWL wars from us. Be expecting a lot more 5v5 instead of 15v15 or 30v30. So, and then lastly, I'd want to talk about, we have a new hero. We now have the Dragon Duke. And I feel like the Dragon Duke is going to be much like the Minion Prince, but stronger, if that makes any sense. The Dragon Duke is going to be... The Dragon Duke is going to be hella strong. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, now that I think about it, it might be easier to use the Dragon Duke rather than the Royal Champion. But I'll be off camera, I'll be playing around with that stuff. I'll be playing around with the Dragon Duke and then the Royal Champion, you know, trying to compare which one would be easier to use with the Super Yeti strategy that I'm running. So, if you guys have any tips or advice or whatever, if you guys have any tips for me, leave your comments below in the comments section. I'm always open to a little bit of criticism when it comes to, you know, trying to get better as a Clash player. I'm always open to some criticism and any advice or tips or whatever. Leave in the comments below. And with that being said, I am so looking forward to the next few months of Clash of Clans, guys. I am so looking forward to the next few months and beyond. I'll see you guys in the next raid. Alright guys, so this base doesn't have nearly as much loot as the previous base did, but it still has a pretty good amount. And my storages, I'm not really looking to fill them up, you know, quickly. Because like I said, I am wanting to fill up my storages a little bit. But I'm not like really wanting to fill them up as quickly as possible, if that makes any sense. So we're going to do same song and dance as before. We're going to put the Queen on the left side, Royal Champion on the right, early Royal Champion ability. Take that Expo down. Queen's ability goes off. See if there's any air traps or whatever in the vicinity. No, there is not. Log launcher. And then Barbarian King, Super Yeti. Put down the Warden. There we go. The log launcher has broken through. And then it's going to die. What else is new? Freeze. King ability, Earthquake Boots. Clone spell. Freeze some defenses in the surrounding area. And now all that's left to do is just let my Super Yeti do the rest of the work, honestly. Because there's still too many of them alive to really stop this. This is going to be a 3-star. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is I did tweak a little bit of some stuff on my laptop, so that way there wouldn't be as much like stuttering or lag or delay or whatever. But I'm starting to think that it might be the screen mirroring software that I'm using to do this. And if that's the case, I'll have to try to find some way to like cast my screen to my laptop. Without any screen mirroring software, because what I'm using right now is not working at all. Yeah, there's just a lot of So before we get into the next raid, guys, with that loot bonus, it's going to bring us over 1,000,000 golden elixir, and then we got some star bonus as well. So we're going to go ahead and collect the loot from the star bonus real quick. And before we get into the next raid, guys, I'm going to go ahead and restart the software that I'm using and see if that makes it any better. I'm also going to restart Streamlabs as well. So, I think I have at least 1 or 2 more raids left in me before I fill up my storages. I did use like 6 million loot, 3 million in gold, 3 million in elixir to upgrade a couple wall pieces to kind of open up my storages just a little bit, like a teeny tiny bit. So that way I can get a couple more raids in for the video. So with that being said, guys, I don't want to drag this video out any longer. I'm going to go ahead and restart some things and see if that makes it any better. Knowing my luck, it probably won't, but fingers crossed. I'll see you guys in the next raid. And hopefully I'll be able to get this lag, delay, stuttering, whatever this is, to stop. I'll see you guys in the next raid. Alright guys, so we found a Town Hall 16 with the loot bonus. This is essentially going to be over 1,000,000 golden elixir. This is just going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy right here. Also, I do want to let you guys know I did adjust some things in my laptop to make it, hopefully, make the stuttering, delay, lag, whatever, hopefully to make that, I mean, there's going to be a little bit of a delay, which is normal for me, but when it's like every other frame that gets dropped like it was earlier, yeah, that's not good. So I went to my settings, clicked on repair app, I tried to like repair it, whatnot, and so far it seems to have worked. I repaired it, restarted the app, and so far it seems to be working. It's a little bit smoother. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was, which is The main thing I care about right now, as far as dropped frames go, we're going to go ahead and throw down the log launcher. We're going to come at this base from the top side. Throw down my Super Yeti, Barbarian King, Warden. Break through the walls, please. So that way I don't have to rely on the Barbarian King's ability to bust them through. Freeze the Inferno, the Giga Inferno. Open up some of the walls here. Freeze and freeze. Clone. Clone. Let's go ahead and activate the Warden ability right there. The Yeti might take care of the Town Hall, and the Heroic Torch is going to keep all of my Super Yeti alive. Well, not all of them, but you guys know what I mean. Oh yeah, that looks much better. That looks much better. Okay, I just had to restart the app. Like, restart it, repair it. I freaking did everything I could to make sure it works properly, and apparently it worked, because there isn't very many drop frames as far as what I'm seeing over on my second monitor here. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Okay, so note to self, whenever it gets all laggy and stuttery, just repair the app. Just repair and restart the app. That's all it takes, right? Right? Not all the time, though. Okay, so, yeah. Had I been a little bit quicker with my deployment, and had my heroes been a little bit stronger, most likely we would have 3-starred that base. With the loot bonus, like I said earlier, that's going to put us over 1 million golden elixir. And at least 10,000 dark elixir. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. Not too shabby. So, let's see what we have to work with here. Since we have our storages pretty much as full as they can pretty much get. I will have to upgrade some storages, though. And we'll do that whenever I get a chance, next time I fill up my storages. For now, though, what I'm planning to do for the video is I'll do one more raid, and I think what I'll do is start maxing out the expos. It's either that, or I'll get this Inferno going. So there's the drop frames again. What else is new? I'll either get the expos going and maxing them out, or I will upgrade this Inferno Tower, get it 1 level away from max. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give this another restart. So that way there won't be any lag or delay or stuttering for the next clip. And from there, I think we'll go ahead and do our upgrades and we'll call it. I'll see you guys in the final raid. Alright guys, so we found ourselves at Town Hall 17 with almost 2 million golden elixir. I'm probably going to be wasting loot with this raid, but I don't really give a flip. So, same song and dance as before, guys. We're going to go ahead and throw down our queen on the left side. Royal Champion on the right. Activate the Royal Champion ability early. Queen will damage some of the buildings near the Town Hall with the giant arrow that I'll need to work with. in upgrading. We're going to go ahead and throw down the log launcher, some Super Yeti for funneling, or to help out with the funneling. Throw down the rest of the army behind the log launcher. King. Everything goes into the middle like I hoped it would. Freeze the Inferno artillery and the regular Inferno. There we go. Let's see what direction everybody goes here. Everybody goes into the middle, so we're going to go ahead and clone the big group of Super Yeti in the middle. And there's all this. What else is new? That's going to be a 3-star, though, if everything stays alive. And with my luck, this is not going to be a 3-star. Yep. Yikes, the frame drop is just terrible. Good grief. I have no idea what's causing it to do this either. I've tried restarting the app. I've tried... Yeah, I think I might just have to... invest in trying to connect my phone to my laptop directly instead of over a screen mirroring software. I think that's what I might have to do. I'm not even sure if it's... Let me take a look at something real quick. Okay. There we go. So with the loot bonus, that's going to bring us up to over 2 million golden elixir, guys. And over 10,000 dark elixir. 11,000, actually. Not too bad. Not too bad. And that's going to completely fill up the storages, too. We're going to get some stuff. We're going to get some points from the task card. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some stuff here. I don't know if it's my laptop running slow. Like, if I need to restart it or something. But what I did, or what I adjusted, is I have a lot of apps that are like running in the background. And so I went into my settings and changed it so that they wouldn't run in the background. Because what that does, it puts a lot less stress. It pretty much takes away the stress and stuff off of the CPU and GPU. So what I'll need to do is sometime I'll need to figure out which apps are, or which softwares and apps are a necessity for the laptop, and then which ones aren't. So that way I can kind of manage that a little bit better as far as what apps need to be running in the background, which apps don't need to be. I'll adjust that stuff. You know, I'll do all that stuff off camera, obviously, but this is just getting ridiculous at this point. Because I'm not even... my frame rate, bitrate, my frame rate, bitrate, resolution, my resolution right now is set to 1280 720 at 30 FPS. And the bitrate is at 4,500. Which isn't very much at all. I mean, for streaming, it's set to 4,000. Yeah, for streaming, it's set to 4,000. For recording, though, it's 4,500. So yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's fine the moment that I stop recording. It's smooth and whatnot the moment I stop recording. But then when I press the record button, go into a raid, you know, and set my troops down and whatnot, as you guys saw, it just messes up. It freaking has a seizure. A lot of frames drop, and I don't know what to do at this point. I'm really starting to believe that it's my laptop screwing up. I'm really starting to believe that it's just my laptop, and that there's nothing I can really do about it at this point. So I'll figure something out in that regards. For now, though, what I'm gonna do is just so you guys can see me do my upgrades. Hang on, I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna restart my laptop. See if that helps it. And for the last clip, I'll do my upgrades and then head on out of here. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so I'm back. And I'm here to do my upgrades and the outro of the video. So I did a little research off camera. And what I think this is, what's causing it to like stutter when I record and stuff, because like what I've been noticing, every time it stutters, lags, delays, every time it does that, I put my hand, the palm side of my hand, over the keys of my laptop, the keyboard of my laptop, and it's hot. Every single time I do that, I feel that it's like very warm / hot. Now, I have one of those laptops that has like a vent on the bottom of it, like the back side of the keyboard. And excuse me for a moment, guys, as I'm learning what thermal throttling is. My laptop has like vents on the bottom side of the keyboard, you know, where the keyboard is at. On the back side of that, there are a few strips of vents. And so I Googled can overheating my laptop cause it to stutter? And that's when I found out that that's what thermal throttling is. So I think that's what it is. Because see, it's fine now. You know, the lag, stuttering, delay, it's fine right now. And I'm going to put my hand over my keyboard. It's only like lukewarm, if that makes sense. It's like just lukewarm. So I think that's honestly what it is. So I took a screenshot. I'm probably going to throw it up on screen for you guys real quick. But I'm going to get myself a laptop stand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse pad / desk mat. I'm going to move it over this way. And then where my laptop is right here, where it's at right now, I'm going to be putting the laptop stand right here. And that'll allow my laptop to be elevated enough so the hot air can actually get out through the vents. Because what I've always known up until now, what I've always thought is that I have one of those laptops where it's like if you flip the screen up, it elevates it enough for the hot air to escape out the back. No. I still need a laptop stand, so I'm probably gonna order one sometime this week. I'm probably gonna order one sometime this week or next week or something, and we're gonna start elevating my laptop. And I'm gonna show you guys what I have going on at the moment for the time being, what I'm working with. So you guys can see it. I have video game boxes underneath it, so that way it keeps it elevated enough for the hot air to escape. That's what I'm working with right now. So for the time being, until my laptop stand comes in, that's what we'll be doing from now on, until the laptop stand comes in. Like I said, I don't know when, but I'm hoping to order one either this week or next week. So I'll let you guys know in my community tab, social media. Excuse me, I'm burping. I'm burping some Ghost right now. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. Like I said, I've always thought that just the laptop screen itself would be enough to elevate the bottom of my laptop for the hot air to escape. No. It is not. So for those of you guys that may be experiencing the same thing, elevate your laptop. Elevate your laptop, because your screen is not good enough for it to elevate. Or it's not good enough to elevate the bottom of the laptop enough for the hot air to escape. Get yourself a laptop stand. It'll help out. Because as you guys are watching this video right now, I'm learning the exact same thing you guys are. Thermal throttling is a thing. And it takes more than just your laptop screen elevating the bottom of your laptop. It takes more than that to keep your laptop from overheating. Because what it does is, in order for your CPU and GPU to cool off, it heats itself up. So that way the hot air can escape. And how this affects the graphics is that it will cause it to stutter, lag, delay, all that stuff. It will cause it to do that stuff, so that way it'll cool down. So in order to keep it from doing that, you got to keep the bottom of your laptop elevated. Check the bottom of your laptops, guys. Check the bottom of your laptops if you guys have laptops. For those of you guys that have actual gaming computers, you guys you guys don't even have to worry about that. But for those of you guys that are running everything through a laptop, check the bottom of them. I guarantee you'll find some vents. I guarantee you guys will find some vents. Voice crack. I guarantee you guys will find some vents. And if that's the case, get yourself a laptop stand. Save yourselves the trouble. Get yourselves some laptop vents. See what I mean? How my allergies can affect the way I talk to you guys. My laptop isn't the only thing that stutters. Get yourself some laptop stands. Elevate your laptops. It will save you the trouble. Because I'm learning the exact same thing right now. So, like I said, I don't want to drag the outro of this video out for too long. Let's go ahead and take a look at the base here and see what I want to upgrade. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing, like I said, is either getting this Inferno, getting the upgrade for that going, and getting it one level away from maxing out, or going ahead and maxing out the Expos. I think maxing out the Expos is what I'll most likely end up doing, because once I get the Expos maxed out, I don't have to worry about them anymore. It'll be one less defense for me to work with. We can just check mark it off the list. So, 16 million gold. So, we're going to go ahead. I think we should be able to do 2 of them. So, we're going to do the bottom 2. 16 million gold. And it's going to be a 10-day upgrade. So, the next time I film a Clash video, guys, hopefully, will be when that laptop stand comes in. Like I said, I'm hoping to order it either sometime this week or next week. 16 million gold, 10.5 day upgrade. And 3, 2, 1, bam. We're going to go ahead and do the other one if we can. We cannot. Okay. So this is when this guy comes into play. What we're going to do is use 20,000 Dark Elixir, convert it into 3 million gold. And that should put us at 500,000 gold away from doing the second expo. So it looks like we're going to be able to do one more raid. You guys will probably only get to see the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. First, we're going to go ahead and convert the resources. Okay, so we're like 1.5 million short. Okay. So can we get... Is there any way we can get some loot here? Season pass, maybe? Are we close to gold at all? Not really. Yikes. The next time we're able to get gold is at 800 points. And we're only at 300. Well, we're about to be at 300. Unless we get some gold from the chest. So what we're going to have to do is hope and pray that we get the gold that we need for the second expo upgrade. So I'm going to go and do one more raid. And I'll see you guys back at my base. Hopefully, we can get the loot that we need tonight for the second expo upgrade. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we found a base. You guys didn't see it, obviously, but we found a base that was worth 1.8 million gold. And with that, the loot bonus and the star bonus, that'll give us what we need and more. That'll give us what we need to get the second expo to max. Max level expos, guys. Finally, after 2 years. I want to say at least 2 years. They won a year or two. Yeah, 2 years. 3 max. 2 to 3 years is a long time, guys. We finally have max expos In 3, like I said, 16 million gold, 10.5 day upgrade. In 3, 2, 1, bam. 2 of our expos are now maxed out, guys. 2 of them are now maxed out. Oh, what a day it has been. Let me tell you. So, 2 of our expos going to max. Obviously, we still have a builder available to use. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is grinding this account, filling up the storages yet again. Filling up the gold storage yet again. Either that or getting what I need to get this Inferno Tower upgraded to level 10. Either way, I'm going to be grinding my main account for quite a while tonight. So that way I can get this Inferno going. I also had thoughts of maybe doing something in the laboratory, because I'll have my laboratory available in 3 hours. Well, less than 3 hours, actually, if I were to assign the lab assistant. But I don't really want to waste it on an upgrade that's going to be done in 3 hours. So I think I'm going to save the lab assistant for the next upgrade. So, with that being said, I do have some ore that I've collected from. Oh, I'm a little bit short from the upgrading the torch. Just a little bit short. Because see, the heroic torch, once I have this bad boy upgraded to max, woo! The Super Yeti strategy, need I say anything else? I am loving the hell out of this strategy. Again, shout out to Hunter, by the way. He came into my stream 2 days ago, well, 3 days at this point. He came into my stream 3 days ago, new follower, and gave me some tips of what I should do, what I should use for the Super Yeti strategy. And he's the one that recommended pairing the heroic torch with the rage gem, the rocket spear with the seeking shield. I think that's what it's called, seeking shield. Yeah, seeking shield. The rocket spear with the seeking shield, the healer puppet with the giant arrow. He's the one that recommended me with those pairings, guys. So, shout out to Hunter, by the way. I forget his username. Let me find him real quick. That's him right there. Bop Hunter. BAP Hunter. Whichever way it's pronounced. Hunter, shout out to you, my friend. If you end up watching this video later or something. But yeah, shout out to Hunter. He's the one that recommended me with those equipment. I learned quite a lot about this Super Yeti strategy, guys, and just how broken. Super Yetis are just so unbelievably broken. And I'm finding that out as I upgrade the heroic torch, the rocket spear, the healer puppet. And quick question for you guys. I've been wondering this for quite a while, but does upgrading the healers in the laboratory affect the healer puppet equipment? Let me know in the comments. For those guys that are Clash experts. Is it a necessity? If I'm using the healer puppet equipment, is it a necessity to upgrade the healers? Because I think it is. And if so, let me know in the comments. Because I'll just start cranking out healer upgrades from there. With that being said, guys, that is all from me and Evie tonight, guys. So, like I've been saying, I've been trying to push out more and more and more Clash content lately. I try to, like I said, I don't really have a set schedule for my Clash videos. I just post whatever I want to post whenever, if that makes any sense. So like, one week it'll be a Madden 26 franchise episode, another week it could be Halo Wars, and another week it could be Clash. I'm trying to be even more of a variety streamer than I used to be, if that makes sense. I'm really trying to deliver on every aspect of my channel. Madden 26 franchise, Halo Wars 2, Fortnite eventually, maybe. Maybe I want to get back into playing Overwatch. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, you guys get the point though, right? I'm trying to be even more of a variety creator than I used to be. Because then that'll allow me to like spread everything out, and I'll still be able to upload whatever I want. But Clash recently has me it has me getting back into the game. Not that I ever stopped. I just kind of slowed down, if that makes any sense. I kind of just slowed down a little bit with the Clash content over the past year or two. I've kind of just slowed down with it. But we're back, baby. We're back with the Clash content. We are so back. And with that being said, I'm going to continue grinding on my main account. I'm going to continue grinding on. See what I mean? Seasonal allergies, guys. Seasonal allergies. They suck. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go Clash, grind my other Clash accounts, and yeah, we'll just see where my main account goes from here. Hopefully I can get my laptop stand ordered either this week or next week. I'll let you guys know. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day or night, wherever it is in the world you live. I haven't been saying that part of the outro for a long time. I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day or night, wherever it is in the world you live. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed, and I will see you guys next time. I'm James Tate. We out.